Hey everyone, welcome to today's Facebook Live video. As you all know, Wednesdays are my absolute favorite day of the week because I get to hang out with all of you lovely people. So thank you for joining me. We have people that are joining us from all over the world. So again, be sure to leave a comment of where you are from and support your state, your country, and it's fun to make those connections with all of you amazing people all over the world. So we are just going to dive in today. I have got my kids' kindergarten program at 2 o'clock today. So today's video is not going to be super long. So Barb is joining us. It's good to see you. And we have Mrs. Faithful Newsome is watching us as well. Thank you for joining us today. So Vicki, hi to you as well. We are just going to dive on in here. I had so many good questions that came in today. Landon is trying out for soccer as we speak. So he, I think, started tryouts yesterday. He's really excited about that. And Dad has been working with him along with big brother Shayden, who's in town. So he's really hoping to get on to sorry, Kyle's texting me right now. And sorry, my brain. What was I saying? Oh, he's hoping to get onto a really good team. So we are excited for that, cheering him on, and hopefully he makes it. I am super proud of him. And then Shayden, as you all know, is back in town. He is down from college. He stopped by today to give me the sweetest presents for Mother's Day. He brought me flowers, Milky Ways, Junior Mints, spicy, fiery Cheetos, which those were kind of a new thing. I've never tried that before. And just a big hug. And we just caught up and talked about like what he's learning up at college, the psychology classes he's been taking. He's been learning about stress and anxiety. And I didn't even realize that that was an actual course that you can take for psychology. So that was fascinating to me to hear about what he was learning. So welcome everybody. We are gonna get it started with questions that came in. Valletta, let's see, I was going to start here. Let's see. Okay, Carla Ann asks, as a teacher to triplets next year, how do I deal with sibling rivalry, strong versus weak academics between them? Parents want them in the same class, and these kids are going to be in grade 3. Now, I've never had quintuplet third graders, so you might learn a little bit more than I will coming up here. My kids' kindergarten teacher, the girls, all 3 girls have been in the same kindergarten class, and this teacher is actually retiring this year. This is her final week of teaching kindergarten. She was so well-seasoned and well-versed with raising kids in a kindergarten class. So she has had lots of twins as well. I think this year in kindergarten, all 4 classes had either twins or triplets in them. Of course, my kids, quintuplets, but we had 2 of the boys in a kindergarten class and the 3 girls in a class. Academically, all my girls are a bit different in how they learn. So the teacher, I don't know. I thought that was like a really good question. How do I answer that one? It was helpful having people that would come in and work with some of my girls developmentally to help with reading or I don't know, different things because they're all different kids. So just using those resources that the school has is really helpful for my girls. And then my kids do something called Lexia at school, and it's just this online computer program that kids can do. And so they learn at their own pace. But I thought all my girls did well. And this year, towards the end of the year, the girls are branching out and kind of have their own friends that they are starting to play with. As far as like sibling rivalry, there's always going to be a little bit of jealousy, I think, between siblings, especially if like triplets are girls in the same class. Sometimes I hear my kids say, well, that's not fair, or I want what she has, and that's just a part of life. Carla Ann, I would love to hear your thoughts as you get into this next school year of things that you are learning as well, because you'll be ahead of me when my kids get to 3rd grade. So thank you for asking that question. Carla asks, Carla is from Portugal, how is little grandma? She didn't have her oxygen tube in to breathe. What's her condition? I admire her. Can she teach us how to make her German pancakes? So I did touch base with little grandma. She's probably watching this, so hi little grandma. She said that she pretty much wears her oxygen like tube that she wears, you'll see in the videos, 24/7, but she is having her breathing machine serviced because it was beeping and going off every 10 minutes. And so they are ordering her a new one. So she does okay, but it does help her as she's getting older just to breathe better. So she sleeps with that at night, and she has like a portable one that she brings wherever she goes, especially for family get-togethers like on a Sunday. So she's doing well, and she said she would love to teach you all how to make her German pancake recipe. She's darling, we love her. And little grandma, I'm excited to see you at 2 o'clock. Okay, Tara asks, are the kids sick? It shows a picture of Logan on my Instagram page. If you're not following me on Instagram, I would love for you to follow and support me over there. It's jamie.scott. So follow me on Instagram. I did post a picture of Logan. I took him in last night to the urgent care clinic. I reached out to his pediatrician and just mentioned he's asthmatic and he's just really wheezy at night. Both Dad and I have noticed that. And so we just thought, okay, he might need to up his dosage of something. And so the doctor did prescribe just like his nebulizer, just something to add to it that'll be helpful for him so that when he goes between both houses and he's asleep at night, he can sleep through the night and breathe well. So I have seasonal asthma. I have extended family that have seasonal allergies as well. So it's just a little worse in the spring and in the fall, but he's fine. And he was really sweet at the little office when he got to pick out a prize at the very end. So yeah, he's good, just a little wheezy with seasonal asthma and allergies. Okay, let's see. Caitlin says, do the kids enjoy school and being in different classes? Yes, they have loved being in kindergarten. At first, they all wanted to be in the same class. One thing that we are getting into is we have a birthday party tonight for 3 of the girls that got invited to a birthday party, but not the boys. So that is something that is different and kind of tricky to explain to the kids, like, well, this is your friend, so you get to go to this birthday party. But the boys got invited to a birthday party later in May as well. I think the kids will be with their dad. And so if he wants to take them, he can totally do that. They've loved school. Their teachers have been incredible and super patient with my kids and absolutely wonderful. Desiree asks, are the Quints loving having Shayden home? Yes, I asked Shayden about that today. And he said when he came home, it was like 8 o'clock at night. They were over at their dad's house. They were all doing different things. And Logan said the sweetest thing. He walked in the door and he said something like, well, hi there, or something like that. Just like totally... Or no, he said when he saw his brother, he was like, oh, well, look at you. Like when he walked in the door, he wasn't expecting to see his big brother. So I thought that was kind of a sweet thing that his little brother said to him. Laura asks, after the laundry room renovation, what room is your next project? I really want to do 2 rooms next. I really want to work on the playroom because it's the first room that you see when you walk into the home. I would love to add shiplap, paint everything white, retexture, and get a new ceiling light fixture in there. I think it'll just freshen up the space for my kids. And then I also want, to work on Landon's like teen hangout room. So when you walk into my house, to the left, you see the playroom, and to the right is like the teen hangout area. So Landon really wants to paint his spaces. So I'm going to have him work on that probably at the same time in a project that we can do together this summer. So I'm really excited for that. Laundry room is almost done. I am refinishing and painting the doors, and then I need to hang those and install a toilet, and then the laundry room is done. And I'm so excited to show you guys all of that. And then Audrey asks, what's the name of the eyelash lengthening serum that you use? So I thought I would share that again. It is called Babe Lash. Oops, I've got a piece of hair there. Babe Lash Eyelash Serum. And I can show you how it works. It just has like this little tip on it like this, and I apply it at night on the tops of my eyelashes. And after 3 weeks, I start to notice they are just starting to grow in a little bit thicker and longer. And the product works so well that after a while, like my eyelashes will get so long that they'll touch my eyebrows, and I have to stop using the eyelash serum because when it starts to touch my eyebrows, then my eyebrows really start to grow long too. So Anyway, it works really well. I think there's like a subscribe and save that you can do on Amazon, or you can go directly to their website when you type in Babe Lash. I've been using that for several years now, and I think it works great. Okay, and then Diana asks, do the kids have nicknames? They do. Shayden, sometimes we call him Shay or Shade. Landon, sometimes we call him Landy or Landy Pandy, because when he was little, he liked panda bears. Violet, we call her Vivi. Daisy, sometimes we call her Days. Lily, we call her Lil. Logan, his dad calls him Logs. I call him Logan. Lincoln, we call him Link. Or little grandma likes to call Lincoln Linky. So those are the nicknames of all of my kids. Okay, let's see. And then I skipped over. Okay, Valletta asked, is your church and people in your area affected by the Daybell case and strange beliefs and actions? I haven't been following along too much with that in the news and the media. I am aware of just basics of that story. I think they were members of my same church, but like extreme in their own personal beliefs. So I believe in so I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We believe in Jesus Christ and the family and the importance of family. I don't know much about what their personal beliefs were, but I think they were a little bit out there. I don't think anybody in my town really feels affected by that. But I thought I would address her question. I thought that was fine to ask that. Okay, Jane says, do you still manage to have one-on-one time with all your beautiful children? Yes, I do. It is not as frequent as I would like it to be. But I do find moments within the day or within the evening, especially at nighttime when I'm tucking my kids in or when they first wake up in the morning, I do get that one-on-one time with them. I love being the last face they see when they close their eyes at night. And I love being the first face they see besides their own siblings when they wake up in the morning. Each of my kids are unique, special, and very, very different from each other. And I really try to point that out of how special each kid is. Does Violet not like dance, or does she not like the dancing on stage? Ruth asked that question. Somebody else asked a question about this as well. So Violet's thing is she doesn't like people touching her. And so when she's up on the stage and they have all the kids line up or in class, she doesn't like anybody in her personal space unless she wants them to be. So as far as dance, she has said ballet is not her thing. I think her other thing when it came to the recital, her tights were too tight, she felt, and her leotard was too tight. She doesn't like tight things. It bothers her. She didn't like her hair up in a bun. So I think if she does decide in the future that she wants to do dance, there are so many other forms of dance that aren't as like strict as ballet, more free-form type of movement and motion. I think she might enjoy that. As far as sports, she may grow up to be like a basketball player or a soccer player, but they are contact sports. So again, she might not like those. So we'll just have to see as she gets older and as she tries new things, what she loves, what she's passionate about. But I thought that was a great question. Tiffany asks, would you ever consider doing book lists of your favorite picture books? I would absolutely love to do that. I think including that in a vlog or in a little reel to share with everybody over on my Instagram page, it could be fun. That is how I found and sourced some of our favorite books, was a summer reading program. I forget the name of the gal, but that was where we first heard of Elsa B. Scow and the Flicka, Ricka, and Dicka series, along with some other really great books that are Caldecott Award winners, and just really rich in their literature. So anyway, yes, I would love to do that. We do have our favorite summer reading books that I need to swap out from our spring books, and I would love to share those with all of you. Okay, Kayla asks, do you have any tips for decluttering and simplifying the things in your house, family of 6 and drowning? I feel like teaching my kids how to clean up their own things as best they can and take good care of them is important. Now, do we do that every single day? No, but we strive to. I find that having quintuplets and being a single mom, less is more. And so if my kids can play with the same toy and use it like open-ended play, like things like blocks, Magna blocks, we really love like Sarah's silks. They're just these scarves that my kids like to play dress up with, build things with. My kids love to play outdoors. I just try, like if I get overwhelmed, I just like simplifying. And so if we are spending more than 20 minutes cleaning up the toys in our home every night, that's when I realize, okay, we have too many toys. So I'll rotate them out into the garage and then swap them out later. And then it just kind of rotates through the books and the toys that we have so that the kids are busy and engaged with what they're playing. Hats off to you though. Being a mom is a lot of work. Being a parent is a lot of work, and teaching our kids to clean up their own toys at the end of the night when they're tired is a lot of work. So we do the best that we can, and the kids know our best is good enough. And so when my older boys were bigger, my biggest things were I wanted them to do their best, and their best was perfect. So anyway, I hope that inspires you. I don't know. Those are things that help us, is just like simple things. I love like wooden toys, things that have texture. Landon's the same way. He talks about how much he likes the texture and feel of like natural types of toys. He just doesn't like it when the Quints have thrown them at his face when they were little, like the wooden toys. Those were not his favorite type of toys then, but for the most part, we love just those natural toys that are sensory friendly. Dwell that asks, what are the Quints' full names and how did you come to name them? Logan's full name is Logan Matthew. Lincoln is Lincoln Allen. Lincoln's named after his grandpa. Logan is named after one of Skylar's best friends, his dad's best friend. Daisy is Daisy Kate. She's named after my sister, Aunt Katie. Lily's middle name is Jane, and she's named after their dad's side of the family, an ancestor that lived a long time ago. I don't know too much about her, but Whitney, he actually helped pick out that name, and Skylar and I liked it. And then Violet is Violet Rose, and Rose is their dad's grandma. She was a cowgirl, and you can look her up. Her name was Rose Bascom. She was also known as Texas Rose, and she was a trick roper back in the, I think, like 50s and 60s. So anyway, I thought those were good questions. How did we come to name them? I had a dream that those were the girls' names, and in the dream, I called Violet Vivi, so that's why we call her Vivi. And then Logan was a name that Skylar really loved, and Lincoln was a name that Skylar really liked. While I was on bed rest in the hospital, he was watching a documentary or biography or whatever about Abraham Lincoln and was really inspired by that president. And so anyway, that's how Lincoln got his name. Elaine says, which of the Quints is the tallest? I don't know. I want to guess Lily or Daisy. They're having huge growth spurts right now, so it's probably one of those girls. And then Noreen says, do you and Dad each buy them clothes, shoes, and etc., or do they bring all of this between both houses? So in the beginning, when Dad and I were separated, both different houses, we tried a little bit of this and that, and we found what works best is like, I just keep all of Dad's clothes. When the kids come home, we swap them out, and I send them back in their daddy shoes and their daddy play clothes, because then Skylar doesn't have to remember whose is whose and what's what, and it just simplifies for everybody. And it kind of signals to the kids, like they get really excited to go play at their dad's and spend time at their house, at their dad's house. So anyway, I thought that was a good question. Regina says, what are the Quints' favorite things to do with Landon and Shayden? Probably go on dates, one-on-one dates with their big brothers and get to do cool big kid stuff. Diane says, why didn't Violet want to dance at the recital? I think we covered that one. Lily asks, why did you give your girls flower names? I think we covered that one as well. I really love gardening, and originally I thought I was just gonna have a little girl, and I just thought it was gonna be Lily because I felt for years I was gonna have a daughter named Lily. And Lily is the name of my mom's mom, my grandmother. It wasn't my favorite name growing up, but it really grew on me as I got older. Pat says, curious as to how much the tooth fairy is paying these days. 20 baby teeth times 5 adds up quick. She is absolutely right. I don't know how much the tooth fairy is paying. At Daddy's house, the tooth fairy pays $1 per tooth. That is a lot of money. At Mom's house, I don't know. Maybe the tooth fairy is going to pay in like Dum Dum suckers or lollipops, because that might be a little bit cheaper. Patty says, do you meal plan? I do not, but it probably would be wisdom if I did. So maybe this summer I'll start doing that. Dawn says, when are we going to see your college son? Shayden said he would love to do a Facebook Live next week with me, so tune in for that. He's really excited. So if you have questions for Shayden next week, you can ask those ahead of time, and he will be happy to answer those. Jennifer says, have you ever considered oral immunotherapy, OIT, for the kids' allergies? Not cheap, but it was life-changing for her husband. I have considered that. I have extended family members that have allergies, and they've talked about how much it has helped them. However, we are self-pay. So Dad and I have Christian Healthcare Ministries. It is a co-op, and we pay as we go. So unless it's like an emergency type of a situation, we pay for all of that. So I don't know that that's something that we could afford to do at this point in time. Is it something I'm interested in? Yes, I think it would be fabulous. And I hear that it works. Terry says, do the Quints pick their school outfits for themselves? They do now. So sometimes the little girls, like today, I think it was Violet and Lily that wanted to be matchers and twins. Daisy wanted to do her own thing. So it just depends on the day. It seems like Logan and Lincoln like to be twinners as well. And so one will get dressed and then the other kid will get dressed, but he'll look at what the other kid's wearing and want to be matchers. So it really is up to them. I think if we have something special or we're going to like a big outing or like if it's church, I prefer my kids to be matching. That way, when I'm in other bigger areas where there's lots of people or lots of kids, I can head count a lot quicker. So every quintuplet mom is different. Every high order multiples mom is different. Some prefer to dress their kids all the same every single day. Some prefer to let their kids choose. And affordability wise, sometimes when we find a steal of a deal as moms, like we buy it in multiple sizes. Like I used to do that with my boys. When you're a mom of quintuplets, you look for those deals, the clearance on clearance, especially come summer and July, that's when I stock up. So it's just easier for me to buy 2 and 3 of everything. And the Quints find it very special when they all get to be matching. So if I ever find great deals on things like that, that's how I dress my kids. But for the most part, they get to pick every day what they pick. And it was really funny because today the girls had safari hats that they got from their teacher yesterday. And Violet and Daisy, I think, went to school with their safari hats on with like big old bows on the top of it just to feel fine and fancy. So each kid is so different, so unique, and it's so fun to see what they pick out at 6 years old. I remember Shayden and Landon, and some days it was just fun to see what they would come out wearing. Their cowboy boots on the wrong feet. I think Lincoln actually went to school today with his t-shirt backwards, his shorts backwards, and his shoes on the wrong feet. And you know what? I didn't want to fix it or change it or correct him because he's only going to be 6 for so long. So anyway, I thought those were great questions. Virginia says, how do the Quints react when Shayden comes home? They love it. And Darlene says, if you remarry, could you have children? Darlene, are you asking, do I have the ability to have children or would I mind having stepkids? I can answer both of those. I didn't realize that I do actually have the ability to have children, even though I've had a hysterectomy. And when I was dating Austin, something that was important to him was having his own kids. And so I had said up front, I'm not able to have kids. I've had a hysterectomy. And I was actually speaking with my mom and she was like, well, Jamie, you still have your ovaries. So technically you could, but it would require egg extraction and surrogacy. So do I have the ability to have children? Yes. Do I think I will? If I remarry, no. Now, if I end up having stepkids, would I love it? Yes. I love kids. I love my own kids. And I think there's always more room for love. Okay. I think I have answered all the questions that came in. So if you have any questions for me, you can start asking them now. I did have a few things I did want to show you. The kids came home with these fun little projects from school. This is supposed to be an owl, and Daisy and Lily and Violet were so excited to bring these home from school yesterday. The teacher has had fun things planned every single day of this week for my kids. One of the days she had a big old tent in the classroom where the kids could go inside and read. So they had like a camping day. Yesterday was a beach day where they had like a little water party. And it's just fun to see how much these kids love their students. And I'm really excited for the teachers to get a break and have summer vacation as well. I was going to share with you again my new favorite swimsuits. I did do a swimsuit try on, so stay tuned for that in an upcoming vlog. These are from Pink Desert. I got these in the mail and I wasn't sure how they were going to fit, but they are so flattering in the bum area. That is something that I always appreciate as a busy mom when I am around the pool with my kids. Maybe I've just always been insecure about wearing a bathing suit. I don't know why, but I was really impressed with the quality of this company. This one was really cute with the cute little bows. So I did do a swimsuit trend so that you guys can see. And I love all the gathering right here where it's pleated. I just feel like it hides, you know, the wrinkle or the rolls that we have as moms after having kids. This one I thought was really classy and really pretty. The padding is excellent, so it has good support, and I like this cute little bow detail on the side. It kind of has an illusion of a two-piece swimsuit, but it's just a one-piece swimsuit. So check them out. They're called Pink Desert, and you can check them out on Instagram. I will be doing a swimsuit try-on over on my Instagram a little bit earlier before the vlog releases, so you can see how those 3 swimsuits fit. Let's see, somebody else said something about the swimsuits, and I did talk about those, I think, in my last Facebook Live, but they're really comfortable and flattering. I wasn't sure size-wise because I think they go like, I ordered a small. I wasn't sure what sizes that meant, but I feel like it fits true to size. Somebody just said it is spring in Texas. I miss Texas. I've been to Texas a handful of times and it's beautiful. Carla said it looked amazing on you. That's really kind. Thank you. They did fit really well, I thought. So Katrina says, are the children staying? I missed that. Katrina, ask your question again. We've got people watching from the UK. Lois is joining us. Will you keep the girls in the same class for first grade? That is something that we are going to have to decide as co-parents along with the school principal, because we want to make sure that classrooms are evened out. I think what I would prefer is actually switching it up, like the 2 best friend groups of Logan and Lincoln and Lily and Violet. So we'd have 3 in a class and 2 in a class again. We've got people joining us from California. Hi, Jerry. It's good to see you again. Some of you are so familiar to me because I have seen your names for years and years now. So I feel like I really know you well. Destiny, it's good to see you as well. Okay, so questions. If you guys have questions for me, you can answer them. I know I'm zipping through this like really, really fast. Do you have any dates planned? Lori asks. As of right now, no. I've gone out with 3 different people. I think you all know Austin's name. I went out with 2 other people. One works with kids. The other one actually retired at 30. I was surprised. I was like, how did you do that? Anyway, he was really nice. We might go out again. I don't know. But all 3 of those people actually don't live in Southern Utah. So dating long distance is just tricky. But as of right now, I don't have any dates planned. I might even take a break of dating. That might be nice just to focus on my kids, family, and home renovation projects. Katie, hi, thanks for joining us. Okay, have you been to Tennessee? I have been to Tennessee one time at the airport only because I think it was like a place to stop between like here in Florida once. Karen, hi, thanks for joining us. Okay, we're reading questions. I think I have watched your children since they were age 3 or 4. Vicky, I'm glad you're here. They have grown up so fast. Like, I'm actually glad that it's been documented over time because it's hard to remember with so many kids all the sweet moments of their childhood. Judith, sorry, I cut out. That was my reminder that I needed to film a live video right now. Okay, Mary, thanks for joining us as well. Okay, if you have any more questions, I will take a few more of your questions today. I've watched since you were pregnant. Sandy, thank you for watching, and you have seen all of it from the very beginning up until today. If you were named Jamie, I missed it. I've watched the kids since their birth, and Stacy is joining us as well. Okay, if you have a question, you can answer it. Do you and Skylar get along during adventures? Yes, we do. Hi, was watching from Minnesota. How long are the holidays? As far as like, I don't know if you're talking about like summer, how long our summer break is. Our summer break is about 3 months long in Southern Utah, and then Dad and I are going to be switching off 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. That way we have the ability to travel, and it just makes it more enjoyable for Dad and I with our time spent with our kids. Carol, it's good to see you as well. I watched your lovely family from the very beginning. Leslie, thank you for watching. Hi from Scotland. What do each of the kids want to be when they grow up? I don't know. Logan really loves math. Like, he can memorize mathematics rather quickly. He has an engineer's mind, so for him, probably something like that. Lily's super artsy, so maybe something in theater, arts and crafts, I don't know, something like that. I'd have to ask the kids. That would actually be a really fun vlog segment, to ask the kids what they want to be when they grow up. All right, if you have more questions, I will answer your questions. Just leave them in the comments. How is your laundry room coming along? Linola, I'm almost done. I just need to put like 2 more coats of semi-gloss on the doors. I had everything painted, the trim, the doors, and then I realized my paint can, I had painted it all in a flat paint. And the cans look identical. The flat was for the ceiling, and the semi-gloss I had bought for the doors and trim. So I spent my weekend all day Saturday repainting all of it. So I am learning as I go. Jill is from Bellingham, Washington. Jill, I used to live in Bellingham, Washington. It is beautiful, and this is the time of year when I miss it most. Landon is really handsome with his new haircut. I love his new haircut. I think he looks so much more grown up, which that part makes me feel a little bit sad, but it's kind of a 90s hairstyle, and it's super clean cut, and I love it. You mentioned having something at school. Yes, it starts at 2 o'clock, so I will wrap this up in just a couple minutes. Greetings from Germany. Thank you for watching. What is your favorite hymn or song? My favorite hymn, now I don't know if this is just in my church congregation that we sing it, but I really love this song because I have been given much. I too must give. That's my favorite one. Maeve is joining us as well. Thank you for watching. Hello from Washington State. Watching you since you guys moved to Arizona. And we've got people watching us from New Zealand. Thank you. One of my neighbors is actually from New Zealand, and he's the nicest person ever. Debbie says, thank you for sharing. Little grandma was precious, seeing Landon and Shayden. And that was her real reaction. She really is, when you see her and meet her in real life, she really is the sweetest person I have ever met. Please do a blog about what they want to do when they grow up. Okay, I will do that. I don't have my vlog filmed, and Kyle was just texting me earlier in the video about getting the vlog over. So maybe that'll be my vlog segment when I pick up the kids from school today. We have people joining us from Oklahoma, and Nicole is joining us as well. Well, this wraps up our Facebook Live for today. I love spending time with you all. Usually I do these at 2 o'clock, but as I mentioned before, my kids have their kindergarten program at 2 o'clock. So I'm gonna jet over there so I get a parking spot. Love to you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your continued love, support of my family. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. We'll see ya. Bye.